We are back.
What, 2 weeks off?
It feels like we've been away from doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's only been 2 weeks, but it does feel like a long time. And we got to right off the bat show off our Life Day orb. Thank you so much to Jane Dalton, who we saw out in Los Angeles for the Showdown Spectacular while we were there. And Jane went to Galaxy's Edge and picked up a Life Day orb for us. It was a very nice surprise. So thank you, Jane.
Yeah, I was so...
Get this Christmas tree out of here.
I was so excited to get this because I remember Jill got one and I was like, you can't order these online? Like, I was so mad. Like, you can only get them at Galaxy's Edge. And then Jane got it for it.
It's very nice. I was very excited. I didn't even know they made them. So,
oh, you didn't?
Nope.
I want the Life Day mug, too. There's one of Chewie in his little get up.
His red robes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't started selling those at Galaxy's Edge.
The robes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Like I said, this feels weird because I feel like we haven't done this in forever. But I'm glad we're getting back into it. We've been building some Legos outside of this.
That's true. We built your little elf house.
Yeah, we did the elf house, got the advent calendar that I'm going to open up the first 8 days for. We have another Christmas one because I got the gingerbread house, which I'm also very excited to build.
My parents told me about that one today, and I was like, already got it.
Yeah, it would be hard for someone to buy us a Lego set because, like, we just get them as soon as we hear about them. We've got... Can you pick up our next set that we're building down there?
I can't. I was going to show it off at the end, but yeah, I can try.
I believe in you. Strong boy. Don't hurt your back.
We got it.
We got it.
We did it.
Yay, we got the AT-AT. Also exciting was the lightsaber that we got with it.
Mm-hmm. That's over on your right.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that came as like a little gift.
Very exciting. Yeah. Who's our sponsor for today?
Jane Dalton. I forgot to look. It's been 2 weeks. I'm out of practice.
Is it on
No, that's just a loop.
Okay. Well, we'll do 2 sponsors next week. How about that?
Sure.
What did you say you wanted to talk about?
Rick's super chat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I saw that Rick Villanueva was throwing shade at me because I was throwing shade at Y-wings, and I believe Andy was also yelling at me for slandering Y-wings. I should make it clear, I don't dislike Y-wings. Okay, I dislike Thomas Harper.
Rick Villanueva, with our first super chat of the night, says, "Stop slandering Y-wings. Happy holidays." Mm-hmm. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, we made sure to give Thomas plenty of crap over the weekend.
I have nothing against Y-wings, and obviously I also love Thomas, but if we're gonna try to get under his skin, that's how you do it. You slander Y-wings.
Oh yeah.
And if the tables were reversed at the Schmodown, or if I something along those lines, he would absolutely make a sign that said like Biggs deserve to die. And that it's the same thing. So like I don't even disagree, or I don't even dislike Y-wings, but I do dislike them to spite Thomas.
Sure. I need to post the video that I have of him tearing up our sign. Mm-hmm. We were at the expo for the Schmodown over the weekend, which was just kind of like a fan meet and greet, and we just put up a sign that said, what did it say?
Y-wings suck, change my mind.
Y-wings suck, change my mind.
And
so we recreated that little meme of a guy sitting at the table.
And then Ken, he was upset about it, so he tweeted a picture of it, and then people were tweeting at him, telling them how awful we were, and like they were serious about it. Mm-hmm. He was like, "This is why I don't tweet about Star Wars anymore."
We might as well be heels at this point.
That's not even... I would have done that regardless. That wasn't even a heel move.
We're not in the spotlight anymore, and as far as the Schmodown goes, so we're just gonna make it rough on everybody
We're
else.
fighting for relevancy.
But that's how that goes. But yeah, it was really cool. We were in LA from Thursday till Sunday night, and we got to see a lot of people that we'd gotten to know a lot better over the pandemic, and got to see a bunch of fans, which is really cool. So yeah, it was quite a whirlwind of a trip. We did a lot of things and kind of bounced all over the place, but I feel like we did like 2 weeks worth of things in one weekend.
It was a great trip. Wasn't long enough. It's never long enough to hang out with the people that we don't get to see.
Anytime we go out there for a trip like that, it's like it goes by so quickly, and we're like, we didn't get to talk to this or this person. So
I feel like I talked to everyone I wanted to, but none of them long enough.
Right. And then the last night, we were just so exhausted. Like, I really wish we had stayed out longer, but we were so exhausted. We were just like physically drooped down in in a booth, just like we should go. I had no more steam left in my tank.
But yeah, just for the last thing to say about Y-wings is that every time I go to make a tweet like that, because Thomas tweeted something about Y-wings that like real fans recognize this as the blah 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 Y-wing, and I replied and said real fans recognize this as garbage. And I'm always like, I have to weigh the pros and cons. I'm like, I know people are going to get mad at me for this, and I don't even believe it, but is it worth it to annoy Thomas? Yes, it is. It always is.
Yeah, especially because of his heel turn. Like, now we can openly be mean to him. Mm-hmm. And just say,
which was great. I really liked his heel turn.
Yeah. That whole performance was just so cool. Like, Spectacular's always been cool, but that one felt special. Carlisle the Cinephile with another super chat. Hello. What do you think the Empire would be like under Vader as opposed to Palpatine? I'm writing a story based on the alternate ending of the Revenge of the Sith game. Under Vader instead of Palpatine.
I don't know. Because, like, Vader's someone who never gets to be top dog. Like, even in the Jedi. He's never given the full respect that he feels he deserves.
Do you think Vader...
I wonder if it's like Joker, where he's like, I'm just a dog chasing a tire, and if I got it, I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like that analogy. Do you think Vader would want to be... I mean, I guess he kind of was the face of the Empire, but do you think he would have really wanted to be in the spotlight?
I don't know.
I see him just out giving speeches, like, going full Hitler.
Right. I mean, did Palpatine do that? I mean, occasionally there were, like, the speeches and everything, but we see a lot of propaganda and stuff. I don't know. I
think Palpatine was more about inspiring people to join the Empire so that it's like a one big collective thing that he was kind of puppeting behind the scenes. And I feel like Vader might have been
a little more front and center.
A little more outspoken, and maybe there would have been more stuff about the Jedi and the Force and stuff, since he was kind of into that.
What do you mean more stuff about it?
Like, we wouldn't have someone like Tarkin slandering the name of the Jedi.
Or Mahdi being like... Well, he probably wouldn't mind slandering the name of the Jedi, but he'd be like, the Force is cool, y'all. Like, it's real. Like, look, watch what I can do, and he'll choke someone.
Yeah. The Vader choke would become like the Paul Hollywood handshake. Everybody wants a little bit.
That's choke me. Choke me,
daddy.
No. I was waiting for that to...
I forgot how to talk in front of people. I'm sorry. I think Vader would have been really into that, though.
I can't decide. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about him earlier and how theatrical he can be, and like riding in on his TIE fighter while standing up and his cape blowing in the wind. So yeah, I think he probably would be like, our propaganda's not flashy enough. We need to give it some pizzazz.
Yeah. There needs to be more Vader. Is that your stomach?
Yeah.
Here's something that I saw briefly over the weekend, but don't really know what happened there. The Darthurian? I think that is how you pronounce that. Thank you so much for your super chat. Thoughts on the failure of the Haslab Rancor funding?
Oh.
What happened there?
So, like...
Do people just not want that?
I guess. I mean, they've been doing these crowd-funded projects.
See you later, Rick.
Bye, Rick. The sail barge. They did the sail barge. That was crowd-funded. I feel like they did something else.
I mean, was this like the work of a certain group of people going around and being like, don't fund this?
No,
or
I
did
don't
it just
think
not
so.
happen?
Well, I remember when they revealed like stretch goals for it, then people were mad about that. I don't really know why.
Did they keep pushing the goal amount?
No, they were like, if we hit this much, we'll also throw in like this action figure, and if we hit this much, and I think people were mad that Malakili wasn't included.
Oh,
and it's like, how are you gonna do the Rancor without Malakili? I agree with that.
Classic Star Wars fans, can't get enough.
But I just saw people being really mad at Hasbro, and like, this is something that we're on the outside of. We don't collect action figures so much. Now, if I were a diehard Malakili fan, yeah, I'd be furious. I'd be like, this was our one chance.
Which, I mean, who isn't?
Right. I'm talking about like on a Biggs level, where it's like, I'm going to collect any Biggs thing that comes out, so I'm sure there are people. I know Bobby Moynihan loves Malakili.
Yeah. Oh, and Ula. But at least Ula has, a Funko Pop.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Malakili does. But I guess that was people were upset or underwhelmed at the stretch goals, and so yeah, it didn't reach the 9,000 I think they needed. It got close.
That's a lot.
It was 8,300 or something. But
I feel like because I didn't realize that it had a goal that they didn't meet. Maybe they should have pushed it a little bit more on social and stuff, because I didn't see anything about it. But
I only saw anything about it when people were mad about the about the stretch goals, and even then I was like, it'll probably still get funded, so I don't know. I don't really care either way.
I think eventually, that one's not really pressed for time. It's just like a cool thing that they could come out with at any point.
I felt like it was close enough that it was like, I'll just do it, but I don't know. I don't know anything about that world, although we were talking about just Hasbro in general seems to be dropping the ball. I mean, like the fact that, and I guess it's not just Hasbro, because that Funko Pop, the Visions Funko Pop, doesn't come out until like next September.
Oh yeah.
What's that about?
I saw that the newer Boba Fett and Fennec Shand, I don't know about Fennec Shand, but I saw that the Boba Fett 6-inch for the show isn't coming out till like sometime next year.
My the Cobb Vanth Black series, it's not going to show up until like July, which I'm fine to wait for that, but it is so odd that we're talking a year and a half after Cobb Vanth was introduced, and we're finally going to get his action figure. Like, shouldn't they be timed better?
Well, I'm like, I wonder if it's kind of like what they did with Grogu, like if they didn't create any of these toys until it was like a little bit later, so now that there's a big delay, so as to not spoil anything. But maybe, I don't think
if that's the case, like, cool down a little bit. You don't need to keep everything a super secret.
Yeah, I mean,
and
we
knew about Cobb Vanth beforehand anyway.
Yeah, they could have made Cobb Vanth and been like, oh, it's just some other white guy. They can't make Grogu and be like, oh, it's nobody.
True. Don't worry about that. Ignore that. That's not real. Yeah, I don't like the action figure collectible side of things it's a huge part of the Star Wars fandom, but not something I know that much about. I always hear about things after the fact, and then I'm like, oh, they did a Biggs thing, I'll get that. Oh, Max Rebo's getting something, I'll get that.
Yeah, we're still waiting on the Biggs bust. Mm-hmm. It'll get here when it gets here. But...
Yeah, well, that's just a supply issue. That's not anything else. It's not like anyone's clamoring for Biggs.
What if they made that and they were like, no one's gonna buy this?
Joke's on them. I bought 2.
Bought 2?
Well, he has his helmet and helmet off, and so I need to make sure that I get all the poses.
So you bought 2?
No. Let me live my life.
I will. Dragonus Prime, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. It's you, dude. I like that they're changing it up, yeah. Let's say Disney asked you to do a what if series for Star Wars with an episode for every movie. What would be your one moments? What the one moments? Does that just mean like the different thing?
Yeah. Well, I like the people were throwing around. I don't know if this would be Revenge of the Sith or A New Hope, but the what if Luke and Leia switched places. Basically, what if Breya and Bail wanted a son instead of a daughter?
Yes.
How would that have gone? I think that fits more in A New Hope. That's where we would really explore that. Mm. And then I'm like, well, an Empire, would you keep with that and then change something else? Or, I don't know. What if Luke was actually caught by Vader in Empire?
Yeah. I was thinking of one for episode 2. What if Jango Fett didn't die?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what if his backpack, what if his jetpack,
his backpack of school supplies
didn't malfunction? That's a good one. Phantom Menace. What if Jar Jar weren't out for a brisky morning munchin'?
Yeah. Would we have like gotten all this stuff with him in the Senate?
Probably not.
Being the one to grant power.
I don't think he ever would have met Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, so he just would have stayed in the swamp.
Man, that would have been sad.
In Jedi, what if Jabba had bargained? He gets multiple chances. What if he were like, okay, fine, you can have Han back?
He's not my favorite decoration anymore.
Yeah.
This other thing is.
You know what? This is kind of creepy. I'm tired of it. Here you go.
Yeah. I had another one. What if Padme managed to get through to Anakin at the end on Mustafar?
Sure. What if Anakin were granted the rank of master?
Mm-hmm. What if Finn was the one?
What if Finn actually told Rey what he wanted to tell her?
Yeah, what if he actually got that out there? What
if Palpatine didn't come back?
Yeah. There's a lot of what ifs that we could discuss in Star Wars. What if Dexter Jettster had gone with Obi-Wan to Kamino? I just want to see that happen.
Yeah,
that's not really a what if.
I just want a buddy cop movie with Dexter and Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Dex is like, you know what? You can't handle the Kaminoans.
Yeah.
I'll come with you. We'll chat.
Dexter's like, I have better manners than you and deeper pocketbooks.
I'll read some from the chat. What if Bad Batch executed Order 66? What if Anakin was shot by a shotgun? Oh no. What if Akbar... what if Akbar was force sensitive?
He would have known it was a trap.
Yeah. Yeah, lots to discuss there. Joel Davis has a hot take for us. Thanks for your super chat. I have a hot take for you guys. Anakin becoming a Force ghost in Jedi was a bad idea. Takes away from the nuance of Vader's death, in my opinion.
It's something that didn't ever bug me until the prequels. And then we learned that it takes special training. Like, at the time, it was just, that's what happens to Jedi. Mm-hmm. They pass into the Force, and then they become Force ghosts, and I think it was just supposed to, like, really hammer home, Anakin was redeemed. Mm-hmm. He's in Force heaven now.
Yeah, like, he made the ultimate sacrifice, and in the end, became good, and, like, that was kind of the whole point of him, was to show that someone so evil can still turn back around. I mean,
right.
He knew he was gonna die. He knew he was kind of done for, but someone that evil can still turn around and do something good, and then...
Well, I mean, he didn't... He knew that him becoming good was going to cause his death. But I don't think it ruins the nuance. Like, I don't know that he knew. It'll be fine, I'm going to Force heaven. If that's the argument being made. Mm-hmm. I don't think that was running through his head. I think he was just like, I gotta save my son. But yeah, then making it all about, like, you have to have a special training or something. It's like, what?
Yeah.
How does that work? Because he didn't do that, as far as we know. But I don't know. Maybe Kenobi will answer that or something.
Yeah, you could get pretty deep into talking about stuff like this, because, like, Anakin did a lot of good and then did a lot of bad, so the question of whether or not he should have been a Force ghost, I don't know.
I mean, I'm in, like, the camp of real world rules. No, Anakin doesn't get to make the most simple decision of, like, should I save my son from the crazy evil wrinkle monster? Or, and like, he takes a while to decide whether or not he should do that. It's an easy decision, but that redeems him. And, like, in the fantasy world, I'm all about it. Yep. Like, it's a fairy tale, it's a myth. I get what George is saying, and I'm on board. If it happened in the real world, I'd be like, no, you don't get to be a Force ghost.
Yeah. What's up, Ben Goddard? He came in the chat and said, can someone like the stream so I can be the 69th like? Classic.
What's up, Bandit?
I like, though, the thing that you brought up earlier about just, like, we didn't know that it took special training to make something like that happen when they showed Anakin as a Force ghost.
Yeah. And I kind of, like, have just gotten used to viewing the movies just in the context of
the movies.
Yeah, of what
when they were out.
What they were when they came out. And yeah, it's like, just ignore the training part of it for the sake of Return of the Jedi. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll smooth it over at some point.
Well, it's tough when people ask about stuff like, what if we knew then what we know now? Like, how would it be different? It's like, that's hard to talk about, because these movies became people's favorite movies and some of their favorite stories of all time years and years and years ago, before they added so much stuff to the stories. So it's more fun, I think, to appreciate them for what they were when they came out and for what we knew then.
There's also, like, an element of, George Lucas or any storyteller just wants to say something, and oftentimes they will say it using in-universe stuff and lore, but, like, I'd have to sit down and think about what George wanted to say when he was like, yeah, Obi-Wan, it takes training to become a Force ghost. Maybe he was just trying to say that, like, Qui-Gon and he were going to have conversations or something, or I don't know. But, like, a lot of the best lore comes from story reasons and not the other way around. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he wanted to say something about being a Force ghost, and wasn't really so concerned with what this means for Return of the Jedi.
Yep. Jane Dalton with a super chat.
Hi, Jane. If you
Hi,
weren't
Jane.
here, we said thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the life day orb.
What do you think of the new news that Patty Jenkins is leaving the Cleopatra movie to focus on Rogue Squadron and Wonder Woman?
Made me feel good.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, I guess, that she's doing that. I didn't know much about the Cleopatra movie stuff, but this kind of stuff happens all the time, but it gets written about like it's breaking news.
Yeah, Star Wars is just always under so much scrutiny. That when something completely normal happens, people freak out about it, including me, because I'm like, no, Rogue Squadron. I want it. I might be the only one, but I want it. I saw someone on Reddit talking about how they were a pilot fanboy and how much they wanted Rogue Squadron. I was like, I'm not alone.
Send Patty Jenkins an email and be like, if you need help, I'll help.
What would I do on set or like in pre-production? Where do you think I'd fit best on the team?
Telling her exactly what you think the pilots of Star Wars would do and say in different scenarios.
I'd probably be so obnoxious throwing it. They gotta call the TIE Interceptors squints. And she'll be like, what? And I'll be like, Michael Stackpole did it.
But that sounds bad.
Well, it's TIE fighters are eyeballs, interceptors are squints because they move so fast. And I forget what bombers are. Dupes, because they have two bays.
Oh. Bring back Michael Stackpole.
Yeah. I love Michael.
Get him to do Rogue Squadron.
I wouldn't hate that. But yeah, like, I'm glad to have it was Deadline reporting that, which is an established outlet and not like Puck TV or whatever. Like, the first report was coming from someone I did not know. So now we have Deadline saying like, no, it sounds like Rogue Squadron is still happening. And Patty is dropping a movie from her slate specifically to make it happen. So, yes, I'm very happy about that. I'm also okay with it not being the next movie out, though. I feel like we've discussed this before, but just that for the next movie, the next Star Wars movie back in theaters, like Rogue Squadron is going to be first. As much as I want it, that feels weird. Like, we should jump into Old or High Republic or whatever, have a new trilogy or saga or something, and then be like, here's that Rogue Squadron standalone, and then back to the trilogy.
Yeah. I'm getting kind of annoyed with all the different, like, scheduling pushbacks.
Yeah.
Not just for Star Wars. I mean, like, it's the fact that I'm getting annoyed at it means nothing because we're in a pandemic and stuff happened that no one had any control over. But it sucks that we can't just say, okay, all these projects are getting put on hold or pushed, so don't expect them anytime soon. Because, like, there's people at Lucasfilm aren't going to just be like, oh yeah, Acolyte's still happening, but not anytime soon, so don't get excited about it. It's like, they just can't come out and publicly say what they would like to about the scheduling conflicts, and that sucks.
It's very much like a investor thing. Like, they want anytime they push it, I'm sure it's a very optimistic take still. And it's like they never want to delay a project because that looks bad for investors. And I think the reason that we see things like Rangers of the New Republic, that gets announced as one of like 10 new projects on Investor Day. It's like we as fans had fun watching that, But come on, all those announcements were for investors to be like, look at all this stuff. Like, look how well they're investing into Star Wars. And it's like, maybe don't announce all this stuff so early. Maybe that wasn't just supposed to be public. I mean, they obviously made it public on purpose, but normally investor meetings have kind of a gate where people can't constantly watch everything.
Yeah. Well, and then they tweeted out that Patty Jenkins video about Rogue Squadron, and it was like...
Yeah, like all of that was obviously supposed to be public, but like maybe it shouldn't have been. Maybe you don't announce everything as part of your investor, like here's what's coming in the next 10 years or so. Because then we get disappointed when stuff moves around.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
I think Star Wars fans are getting used to that kind of stuff.
And it's not, like
any
you said,
fandom.
It's not just Star Wars. I mean, lots of stuff have been pushed around.
Right.
It's a completely normal thing. But again, Star Wars is special and everyone freaks out about it.
Right. Chase Hauser, thanks so much for your generous super chat. Just wanted to send a happy holiday / happy new year to you both and say thanks for another generous year of Star Wars fun. Much love to you both.
Well, happy holidays to you too. Thank you. Next year's gonna be crazy.
I hope so. I really do. I'm like so pumped for Boba Fett at this point. Not just because it's Boba Fett. It's just it's a new show.
Yeah.
And like I'm ready to have something else to dive into and talk about. And I know everybody else is, but I know we've talked about this before, that like next year's gonna be just like back to back all the Star Wars things, and you know, knock on wood that still happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we're pretty safe in what is supposed to come out next year. I think a lot of that is either done filming, or like Mando season 3 is in the middle of filming. I think we're safe on a lot of that stuff. I think the 2022 schedule is locked in. Yeah. 2023? I don't know.
I keep forgetting that Celebration is happening in like 6 months.
Right.
That's bonkers. I cannot wait. Like, that's gonna be insane. Celebration Orlando was amazing and crazy and fun. Same with Chicago, except I feel like it was just like 1,000 times more crazy. And so this next one is gonna be like pretty overwhelming, I feel like. We'll see.
It's got a lot of pressure on it. More just because it's like, we haven't seen each other. We haven't seen other Star Wars fans like this in person for 3 years.
Yeah. I need to get... What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna walk around in one of our helmets one day at Celebration.
I might bring the big helmet. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, is this the new Boba Fett helmet?
Yeah. I think I ordered that a while ago, and it finally showed up.
It looks so good.
It does look better than our other one.
Well, our other one has... It was like a...
That one's signed by Jeremy Bulloch.
Yeah.
So
our other one,
we won that one.
It was not a Black Series helmet. It's like just like a little plastic one, but we won that at trivia with Jeremy Bulloch's signature on it. Say, thanks so much for your super chat. $5,000 for 2 nights, anyone? I'm not surprised.
Is that the... Yeah.
Like, I've said it before, that price tag does not surprise me one single bit. It's Disney. You pay a lot for Disney stuff.
Maybe someday.
Yeah.
Maybe someday everyone made the Jurassic Park jokes, like, oh, we'll have a coupon day. Like, oh.
No. It's just something we'll have to save up for. I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I put that right there for you to build.
You did forget to. I was just like, why is there a pile of
Body parts.
body parts in front of me?
And you build the minifigs.
I need to get the advent calendar.
Your job is to build the minifigs, and I thought you'd be excited to build this one.
I am. It's Teak.
It's Teak.
He's got little goggles. Oh, so wait, I need to put this on first.
I did build that little backpack for you.
This. Oh, I was like, you had to build this. I wish he had his little data pad.
I almost forgot. I'm glad I put this over here. We got a really, really nice message, letter from Cody Green. I don't know if they're in the chat, but they sent a very nice note along with a Lego Ouija board that I did not know existed.
Yeah, to go with our haunted house.
That goes to go with our haunted house, but Cody made reference to that time you freaked me out on when we were building the haunted house and you were talking about Ouija boards.
Mm-hmm. I had a haunted Ouija board growing up.
I'm like, is this a custom piece? What did this come with? I love it. But yeah, tiny little Ouija board and even a little like glass thing with an arrow on it.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with his hair piece.
Oh, nothing. I just was going to give you the option of helmet or hair.
Oh, I like his helmet.
Thank you, Cody. We got to find a spot in the haunted house for it.
Yeah, that'll be like a fun thing that we can just hide in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the advent calendar out after I read this next one because I've been really wanting to tear into that.
I was gonna let that be all you because Baby Yoda and a little sweater's in there somewhere, and I'm not gonna be the one to open it.
Ray Legrand, thanks for the super chat. Would you ever consider doing a timeline video for each era, High Republic, prequel era, original trilogy, and sequel, to allow for more of the finer details? Oof.
I would. She said oof, and I'm like...
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
To get it, like, how many finer details are we talking?
I don't know. I mean, there are some things that... Just the way I write the complete canon timeline, it's very much how does this affect galactic history? If I were to focus on just the original trilogy, it would be more about how does this affect Han and Luke and Leia? Mm-hmm. Like, they are the focus. So, yeah, I would probably spend more time on some of the comics and stuff. Because each era... I would say has its own little quirks and characters that are important to that timeline, but not so much galactic history. Like when I do the complete canon timeline, I kind of breeze through Empire Strikes Back because a lot of it is about Han and Leia falling in love, and I mention that and like, and they fall in love, and then Han's frozen. And I have to mention that because then it's like, and they have a kid named Kylo Ren, or that's what they named him when he.
Yeah, they named him Kylo Ren. Yeah. They were like, "What a sweet boy."
But yes, I have plans to do something like that. Definitely the High Republic when it ends, and I'm gonna try to keep doing kind of like, this is the High Republic so far before each new wave, since we're about to get a new one.
Couldn't open it. I was gonna break a nail. Why do they put so much tape on these boxes? We're gonna make holes in the box at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna rip it apart anyway.
There we go.
There you go. This one's got a real Mando focus. Oh, you knocked over Prince Xizor,
oh, no.
who I put out for a reason.
He is not Christmassy enough. Oops. Ugh. Where are we at here? Where's the first one? Oh. Why are these so out of order?
I don't know. I don't know why they make you hunt for the next one. But they've always done that.
This first one is all gray pieces.
And a lot of times the...
Oh wait, where are the rules?
Yeah, the rules?
The instructions.
Where's the... There. You gotta pop it
okay.
open and look.
Where are the rules to this Lego? I'm a real stickler for the Lego rules.
No, that's me.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, this is not instructions. This is like, good luck.
Speaking of, I've been seeing, I'm on like the Lego subreddit as well, and I remember people talking about illegal brick placing, and I was like, wait, what? I didn't know. There are rules to Lego. And I know people were talking about the AT-AT set and how you can't take it apart without a knife. That does seem weird. That seems weird to me. That feels like it should be against the rules. I'll agree.
This doesn't make any sense. How do these pieces go together?
Hold on.
Maybe we should switch places if I'm gonna do these. Is that these two pieces?
They're just, yeah, they're making you do a lot of heavy lifting.
Boo!
If you want to switch, we can do that for a minute.
Alright.
Just leave that there.
Oh no! What?
Just leave all those pieces there and I'll build it.
Oh no, I said I want to build it.
Oh.
I'll just do it over here.
Okay. Why does... Oh, just so you can focus on chat. I gotcha.
Yeah. This is gonna take me a minute.
Okay. Oh, your tall chair. Andy said, don't we all have a small collection of those orange separator things at this point? Yes, we have so many. I get excited when they sent... recently we found a blue one. We've never had a blue one before, but that was pretty exciting. And I have a gray one from my childhood. Matt McDonald, thank you for the super chat, and relevant to what I almost talked about earlier. Sorry if you haven't covered this. Sorry if you already covered this, we haven't. But thoughts on the wider story that Crimson Reign might try to tell. Well, first of all, I'm so pumped that Prince Xizor is back. He wasn't in the comic yet. For anyone who hasn't read it, he wasn't in the comic, but he was mentioned twice, and he is still the leader of Black Sun. I love that. I'm really happy. As a big Shadows of the Empire fan, who I was, what, 9? 8? 9. I was 9 when that game came out. And it was like the N64 launch. I played that game until my eyes were bloodshot, and then I read the book, and I got the soundtrack, and I read the comic. And I got all the action figures. So, pretty psyched to have Xizor back, especially since he's been, like, just barely not canon recently.
Barely not canon.
I mean, they were like, we're putting Black Sun in the Clone Wars, and they're still ruled by the Falleen species. No Xizor. Like, he's been so close for so long. I'm glad that he's back. But I'm really, really into... Today was a great day for comics, for anyone that hasn't read them. It was Star Wars 19, Crimson Reign 1, and both by Charles Soule. They were both really good. Crimson Reign feels a lot more focused and better than, I think, War of the Bounty Hunters, since that was like 34 issues. But Crimson Reign just being a 5-issue miniseries building off of War of the Bounty Hunters and having a lot more focus and not having to worry about what all of the other series are doing, I think that's smart. That it's just about Kira trying to mess with the criminal underworld to overall mess with the Empire. I love that. I think it's going to be a much tighter story. So yeah, Crimson Reign, good so far. I hope the other 4 issues are as good. Do you need your glasses?
No. so complicated for this tiny little thing.
You're doing good so far. That looks right.
What's this piece here, though? It goes like dark, light,
This?
dark, light. There's another dark piece
Oh,
there.
then probably this.
Guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you put that on.
This one?
Uh-huh.
Doing this with really long nails is hard.
And then, yep, you got it. That is honestly a complicated
It is, right?
piece for,
And then it goes on here.
or set for the advent calendar. It's a tiny Razor Crest.
Which is, I mean, I might as well just leave it in pieces at this point.
It came assembled. What are you doing? Kyle Beckworth, thank you for the super chat. Good evening. It was great to meet you two in LA. Aw, really enjoyed just chatting. Just wish it would have been a little warmer. And justice for Anakin's eyebrows. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was cold out there.
I remembered, I was gonna bring this up earlier when I saw that, but I listened to the video and I was like, why is he going on and on about eyebrows?
Were you listening to me record it?
No, when I watched it afterwards, I was like, what?
What do you mean, what?
I mean, I got what you were trying to say, but I was like, wow, it's really,
What I was trying to say or what I said flawlessly?
really going for it. You did great. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I nailed it. Everyone wants to know why eyebrows sometimes are healed by Bacta and sometimes not. This universe is inconsistent. It breaks the rules of
That's
the lore.
always been the
It
case.
breaks the lore. I'm going to start a campaign about how Book of Boba Fett is garbage because it's been established that Bacta won't heal eyebrows. But now Boba Fett's maybe he gets plugs. He gets eyebrow plugs. Or maybe he gets them microbladed.
Maybe if your hair was burned off by Mustafarian lava. that's-
Mustafarian lava is special.
That's just like, well, that's not growing back.
Sarlacc stomach acid, no problem. Bacta's got this. But lava, mm-mm.
That's gone for good.
I thought that was a funny moment. Try to insert a little levity every once in a while.
Everyone.
And Molly's like, don't do that.
Only when you decide.
Mm-hmm.
If I decide when I want to put humor somewhere, you're like, what are you trying to do? You trying to be funny?
So basically the same thing. We just don't get each other's sense of
You
humor.
just have to write your comedy ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's why I'm taking improv lessons.
I want to see you writing that into the script and be like, this is gold.
I basically was. I was like, they're gonna love this! Eyebrow humor! I like the idea of you watching it being like, what's he doing?
He's really going for it, huh?
Mm-hmm. I went for it, and everybody loved it. Terabibe says Finnick just drew his eyebrows in.
I know that.
And his
way.
eyebrows are cloned.
I think I'm getting almost done. This is
With day one.
with day one.
Yeah.
This is.
You're doing good,
I always forget that you have to put this together.
Mm-hmm. Well, the minifigs are easy.
I want to open these days and just have the Lego.
Right. Honestly, you get the advent calendars for the minifigs. That's the only reason to get it. The rest of the little sets, I don't really care about. But Mando with a little scarf, Grogu with a little sweater. Mm-hmm. This is also the one that came with Blue Leader, General Merrick, just randomly. So obviously I had to get that. Jane, thanks for another super chat. Based on the new teaser for the Book of Boba Fett, as it is written.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. How much of the show do you think is going to be flashbacks?
Not a lot. I think, like, we've talked about this before, how, like, I think most of the clips that we've seen so far are going to be from the first or second episodes. So I think, like, any flashbacks that we've seen are going to be from early on.
I would love it to see some, like, Clone Wars stuff. I'm not expecting that. I think that the flashbacks are going to be more about, you know, what happened after Return of the Jedi, how he got out of the Sarlacc pit, what he did for 5 years. And I think we can probably get through that pretty fast.
Yeah. I just don't want these shows like Boba Fett and Obi-Wan, I don't want them to be chock full of flashbacks. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, here's this character that you know and love, and here's all this stuff from before, and we'll get to what's happening now eventually.
Right.
There's a couple of, like, select moments that I think would be like really powerful to see, like how he escaped and like Obi-Wan and Anakin from the Clone Wars, but don't stay on that for too long. As
long as it's relevant to the story and the development of the character in these episodes. And like Boba Fett is just something where, okay, we should get some sort of explanation for how he survived besides just somehow. And I think they're going to do that. And also with him being gone for 5 years, I think that's important. But I don't really think we're going to get a bunch of Clone Wars stuff.
Are these all extra pieces?
Yeah.
That seems like a lot for this little...
They give you one extra of every, like, little 1x1 piece.
Oh, okay. Then I'm done.
Yay!
I'm going to try to show you guys what I built, because I spent so much time on it. There it is. It's a tiny little Razor Crest.
Those guns are huge.
Yeah. I wanted to just not put anything on the camera and see how long you would sit with your hands over your face.
I was looking over there. I can see if you're trying to mess with me.
Well, the scale of this whole thing is already way off, because if that's the Razor Crest, then Baby Yoda's huge.
Yes. Lightspeed Bear, thank you for the super chat. Hey guys, with Rogue Squadron delayed and Rangers canceled, where do you think us pilot fans will get our next fix Starfighter dogfights in Andor? I mean, one of the concept art pieces from the sizzle reel they showed last year, man, almost a year ago exactly, showed him in a A-Wing cockpit, so yeah, I think there's a chance to get some Starfighter action there.
I didn't hear what you said.
All right.
I was trying to figure out what this
is. But you said, mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
It looks like an X-Wing.
It looks like...
It
looks like a Z95.
Yeah.
It's, if it's the Mandalorian theme, it's... What a random set. It's the Starfighter that was chasing him in Chapter 5.
Oh, okay.
And he blows it up.
All right.
That's what I think that is.
Huh. Well, it looks a little easier than the recent list. So I'll take it.
But yeah, Starfighters, like, to be fair, I think we've been pretty well fed recently. We got the Alphabet Squadron trilogy. We got the video game Squadrons. So
yeah,
I think that I'll be okay if we don't get immediately some more Starfighter stuff. But, you know, that's just me trying to not be selfish.
Give us more Starfighter stuff, but make it High Republic Starfighters.
Yes.
Because those are really freaking cool.
The vectors are awesome. It would be cool to see, like, specifically Jedi pilots, like that is their specialty. Something I really dig about the High Republic is that there are a bunch of different kinds of Jedi. Mm-hmm. You got Emmerich, the Jedi investigator, who's really great. The Way Seekers, the Mystics, the Scholars. There's like a lot of the healers, like buckets of blood. There's a lot of different kind of paths that you can take. Jumma Ram is a mechanic. So it would be cool to see just like, I'm a Jedi pilot. That is what I do. I can do other things, but I'm mostly a pilot.
I'm pilot.
I'm pilot.
We used to quote that a lot. We still do if it's relevant, but I never know if people are gonna know what it's from, and then I'm like, do I just sound like I'm just trying to sound dumb?
Yeah, that movie's 25 years old now.
Ugh.
I think. Maybe older? I think it was 96.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Maybe 95. Woof.
Woof.
Becky, thanks for the super chat. Will we get a scene in Book of Boba Fett of Boba proving his strength to the Gamorrean guards to get them to follow him?
I think they might just recognize him and be like, oh crap, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need to prove his strength because we've heard about all of his shenanigans from the comics.
I feel like we read his comic and he's scary.
Yeah.
I feel like they would just follow whoever. They seem like people who crave leadership and guidance.
I'm really excited for 8D8. Just living his best life.
It took a lot for me to not bring him up to Andrew at Spectacular. Did you see 8D8 in the trailer there?
Someone, I'm sure, did.
Like, I would be willing to accept the guards just being like, yeah, whatever, we'll follow you. You seem fine. Like, as long as you keep us fed, but...
I like the idea that people are just gonna know who he is.
Right.
Especially once he gets the armor. It's like, oh. Yeah.
I think that's possible, too.
He's in charge now.
But I also don't know that... If there could be something like that, I don't think they need to spend a lot of time on it. Like, he could walk in the front door of the gates, and the guards are like, hey, you're not supposed to be here, and he cracks some skulls, and they're like, never mind.
He rings the little bell, the doorbell guy.
Uh-huh. And then he rips it out
then,
like Mando did, which was a very... I always laugh when he does that, just because the doorbell droid screams. So, yeah, I can see that happening, but I don't think they're going to build up to it. I don't think it'll be like an episode or even a full scene. I think it'll just be Boba being like, all right, I hit one Gamorrean guard and now they all fell in line.
Yeah. That's an interesting piece. Like, engine piece. These little tiny ships are just more complicated than they should be.
Yeah. You're doing great, though. Just because I saw it. Isaac Villa, did I see the Sonic movie sequel poster? I did. I haven't seen the first Sonic movie yet, but I did see the new poster, and I'm kind of interested to see the first movie. I heard it was good, and I like Tails.
It's got Idris Elba in it, right?
Yeah, he's Knuckles. I like Knuckles, too.
I don't know much about Sonic's storyline. I just know that he goes fast.
Yeah, that's all you
and
need to know.
He eats rings.
He eats them. There's Chaos Emeralds, and Dr. Robotnik is like imprisoning the forest or something for his own nefarious means. I don't remember. I feel like I used to know the basic story behind Sonic.
I get Sonic stuff mixed up with Crash Bandicoot because I was really into Crash Bandicoot growing up. I know they're like not anywhere close to the same thing, but Crash is way better.
They look kind of similar.
What was the roller derby name?
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. We were playing a Jackbox game the other night, and it had us rank all these different women's roller derby names, and some of them were real bangers. Like Crash Bandicoot was just, that one just made me laugh.
Zink says, I thought the Sonic movie flopped, and now I'm like, is there a whole subsection of Sonic YouTube that's
Oh, for sure.
that's like, look at how much of a failure, like trying to prove?
If you're asking that question, there is.
There must be. That like every fandom has that one side that's like, it's a failure. The box office is a lie.
Yeah, and here's why.
The box office is a lie unless it tells the story I want it to. I have no idea. Like, someone could have told me the Sonic movie flopped, and I would have been like, oh, all right.
There you go.
It had the best opening weekend of any video game movie ever. That
What?
feels like...
That feels like it should be a false statement.
No, that feels right. Because most video game movies are garbage. Looks like a flying, like, Darkwing Duck kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the red.
Yeah, it looks like Darkwing Duck's ship. Let's get dangerous.
That's day 2. I'm working my way around. Oh, here we go. Here's a minifig. Classic Stormtrooper.
Sorry, Zink. I didn't mean to draw attention to that, like, in a bad way. I was just... like, I have no clue about the Sonic movie. Just a Stormtrooper?
Just a Stormtrooper.
We got a bunch of those already.
He doesn't even have, like, a Christmas sweater on. Oh, I didn't show off my Christmas sweater.
Molly says that's, like, 2 years old, and I don't remember it.
Because
There's no way you got that 2 years ago, when Mando first came out.
I guess it was 1 year ago, but I only wear it around one time a year.
Yeah.
And I can't wear it every day. I can try. Why can't I hold on to anything?
I don't know.
I can't get a good grip on anything because I'm trying to work around my nails.
Molly's had almost half of one beer, and she's just...
I've eaten more today than you have.
That's not true.
Oh, you had Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what you had. Alright, Stormtrooper.
We should do a Sonic Explain It to Me. I know who could do it, too.
Who?
You know who. I'm not gonna dox them.
Or the person that we knew
Yeah.
several years ago.
The person that owned a hedgehog named Sonic. Like the biggest Sonic fan I've ever met.
Oh, what's this little warning on here?
This shoots and it could hit you in the eye. Be careful.
Oh.
You'll shoot. It's literally a shoot your eye out warning.
So you must have skipped that warning on everything that.
Oh no, I see it every time and I go, don't care. Pew! She'll be fine. Pew!
I'll never forgive you. This looks like a movie camera. It's a little program.
I think it's if it's this thing from the front, it's a little snowball shooter.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's got these little white pieces. Okay. I have grown to really enjoy building Legos, but I feel like I can't do it very well on the streams.
Sorry, I was not listening. What? We each get one. You did the same thing to me.
I said I've grown to really enjoy building Lego, but I'm bad at doing it like on camera.
There's too much pressure.
Because I get really into it, and then I don't hear a word you say.
See, we're the same. I was trying to read the chat.
You must be building Lego all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This piece is great.
Dan Ben, should the episode 6 point of view book release next year? If it follows the pattern,
Should it?
no.
Or will it?
If it follows the pattern, it will not. It could. Because I don't think they're going to stick with the 40-year anniversary for all of them. We'll see. But I think that Return of the Jedi will be released on its 40th anniversary, which would make it 2023. Because there was a 3-year gap between the first From a Certain Point of View and the Empire Strikes Back one. So I think we're still probably 2 years away from it.
I was like, how's this gonna shoot? And I saw this little tiny piece.
Uh-huh.
You press down.
Oh.
Who makes Legos? Sorry, Lego bricks. Who makes them? There are top paid engineers of the world.
Mm-hmm.
They're the people in charge of making these. And I love it.
I had a friend who used to work at the Lego store because they were just great at building things. Back when like Halo 2 was coming out, they built like all of the little enemies. I forget what they're all called. I remember he built a hunter, a jackal, a grunt. That's what he built. That's the one I was searching for.
A grunt.
Yep. Terabebe Episode 1 would take a long time. That's why I think they're going to probably abandon the 40th anniversary rule. Let's see. They could go to, 1999 to 2029. That'd be the 30th anniversary. And I don't think they're going to wait that long either. I think they might just do it every 3 years.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like something they should rush, but... those are kind of like love letters to the fans anyways.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 2024 would be the 25th anniversary. But
oh no. I am gonna shoot probably my own eye out doing this.
Grant, do we have the UCS Slave 1? We do not. We've got
Did they make
2.
the UCS one?
Probably. It was probably before they were doing the black boxes, because I was looking for the UCS X-Wing, and it was in a normal box. And not like the fancy black ones they make now. Because I would like a UCS X-Wing. But no, we have 2 versions of the Slave 1. Just not the UCS one.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know, it's just like very rhythmic. You're dropping them like on a beat.
I don't mean to. I guess there's another one I need to look at. So that's our little snowball shoot. It looks like a film camera.
Yeah. Is there one on the back? Oh no, I don't think so. I don't know why you gave this to me. You built it. You can shoot it first.
I'm not gonna shoot it at you because I'm a nice person. Don't you touch it. All right, I'm on 5. This one looks easy. Oh, these are targets.
Oh, that's cool.
But
Oh, I
for
see.
Something else. There's another little shooter thingy.
Neat. Derek Plummer, have we seen the UCS AT-AT? Yes, we have. And that'll be our first set of 2022. I think the Havoc Marauder will probably take us the rest of the year, which I'll just go ahead and say, I think our schedule for Lego building is this week, next week. We'll probably take another 2 weeks off after that, just for the holidays, and then the Book of Boba Fett. And then we'll find out when building works, because...
Oh yeah, because of the Wednesday
Yeah,
thing.
Wednesday is going to be Book of Boba Fett Day, or any other show that comes out. we're going to spend all Wednesday covering that. We'll do our after show, the book report. So we'll have to find a different day, but we will be building the AT-AT just like we started last year with the Millennium Falcon, and it took 6 months, 5 months. I think we built that through May.
I wonder if this one will go faster though, because like once you build one of the legs, it's just make 3 more of those.
That's true. I was kind of iffy on getting it, but then Molly was like, our minifigs are in it. And I was like, fine.
Our minifigs.
Yeah. TK, what's mine? 7834?
No, I was gonna look, but they don't have the TK numbers on there.
I don't know. They might have the TK numbers written in the instructions. Sometimes
that would be amazing if they did.
I don't think they did that.
But yeah, both of the AT-AT drivers were written into stories for the last.
I guess I could look it up.
Certain point of view book, and their TK numbers are our birthdays. So one is TK 5187, which is my birthday, and one is his birthday, but they jumbled the numbers a little bit.
Yeah, you got your number fine.
Because mine has the 87 in it. Mine ends on a 7. It sounds like a TK number.
So does mine.
That's true. 5-1. What, 5?
We're the same age.
Yours is 2 in order though.
3487.
3-4. Yeah.
5187.
5-1 is just a better combination of numbers.
Yeah, they did it to annoy me. But also, more importantly, it's, 5187 and 7834. That's right. The finest gunner and pilot Veers could find.
Yay! Might have been slim pickings, I don't know.
You're the gunner in this situation, I think.
Heck yeah.
I just turned around and found this on my books.
Who put that there?
How did this get here?
I don't know.
Who left a used Kleenex?
I didn't blow my nose with it.
What'd you do with it?
I don't remember.
Something far worse.
I think I used it to blot my lipstick.
Okay.
And then I was like, this goes here.
Huh, you did.
Huh.
She was telling the truth. Will wonders never cease?
What's that from?
The Last Jedi.
Oh.
You look so focused.
I am. These are way more complicated than they should be.
Oh, Brian's in the chat, says, oh my god, I've met these cool people. It's so weird to
Hi,
think
Brian.
that, we hadn't met before then.
And yeah, in person.
Brian, it felt like we've always known you. I miss all of you already.
Yeah, the house that we stayed in, like, the house itself could use some fixing up, but the house of people that we were with was really great. I was glad that we were staying with other people and not in, like, a hotel.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, hotels can be fun too. Like a Dragon Con when you just pile into one person's room.
True.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a Hunters trailer that came out. Because I don't really care about Hunters, I guess, but I care a little bit.
I mean, we're gonna play it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. It's free. Like, why not? I don't know, it just doesn't seem like my type of game. But Imara Vex, one of the bounty hunters from it, is in Crimson Reign right now. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But I'm not into that style of game. I don't know if it's... I kind of like Overwatch, and I don't know if that's what they're going for. My friend was telling me it was a MOBA, which I don't really know what that means either. I don't know what this is. Is this a tiny AT-AT?
I thought so, but now I'm not sure. There's just like a black piece under here. I guess this other gray piece goes. I don't know how this fits on here. Because like there's another one of these like on the end here.
So I think you just kind of line it up, and then that is going to connect then. I mean, you can do that.
I know I can.
I believe in you.
I don't like when they just line up and fit together. Feels rickety.
The advent calendars are always very like, here, the instructions are all in one step, good luck. Turbo says, Crimson Rain won't be good until we have those Jawas from Hunter. I am, like, when I first saw the character designs for Hunters, I was like, these are fun. I don't need them to be canon. But now that Amara Vex is, I'm like, whatever. Bring on the Jawas stacked on top of each other, Little Rascals style.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Utuni, I think is their name. And I do like, I forget his name, but the Ugnaught that rolls around in a destroyer droid. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, that's kind of my thing. And Jedi, yeah, Andy. The droid that's programmed to think he's a Jedi. That's fun.
Yeah.
But the whole fact that Amara Vex got written into Crimson Rain, I'm down with that. I'm looking forward to figuring out what this is.
Good luck. It looks...
Is it an ATM-6? It's got the cannon on its back? I don't know.
I'm almost there. We'll see.
Zinc, no, I haven't streamed on Twitch in a while. Just haven't. Next year, it's probably going to be even less likely. Just with everything else going on.
This goes here, and then I think that's it. I don't know what this is.
Neither do I. Oh, I do. It's the that transport that they ride in the Siege episode of The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay. I guess.
I guess. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
It looks like
the troop transport.
I guess it does kind of look like the head of a tram or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I at? 5, 6, 7.
Jim Nelson, will the Indy franchise get the Bond treatment after Ford's Indy 5? Sure.
This is all ships.
Surely Disney didn't buy the property to make one single film. Well, I don't think they bought Indiana Jones so much. They bought Lucasfilm. And Indiana Jones came with that.
Alright, I'll build 8 because that's another minifig, and then you can build that one.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Baby Yoda's going to be 24.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they will or should. Like, I was having a tough time with Alden Ehrenreich at first, and he wound up being great. I'm fully on board with Ehrenreich's Solo. but I don't think I want to see anyone else as Indiana Jones.
Oh boy. Wow, it's almost 7:30. I'm so used to having a show after this, but there's like no more Schmodown for the rest of the year. What does everyone have planned for the holidays? Because I feel like December for us always goes by really quickly, despite not really having any Star Wars stuff until the end of December this year. We just have like stuff going on every weekend. We've been going to see a lot of shows at Dad's Garage, which isn't different from our normal routine, but they're doing the Invasion Christmas Carol, which is a great show, which they've been doing it for years, and every time they do the Christmas Carol show, it's like the classic story of Christmas Carol, and then they have one person come in and crash the show. See? He's hard. He's like, you look so intense.
Wait, no. That doesn't make sense.
Avis Rex, I don't know if you read this one out loud yet or not, but they were asking if we had a favorite build from the Lego calendar so far this year, or maybe from past ones, but this one is like a lot of ships that are very complicated for how tiny they are. But so far I like the little snowball shooting machine.
But what about past ones?
Past ones? Not any really like fun builds. I just like getting the minifigs with their little Christmas sweaters. Although the Gonk droid was cute. It's like a teeny tiny little build.
Oh yeah, those are fun. The little Gonk droid snowmen and presents.
Oh, Hobbit F. Andy said staying home, saving money for celebration flights, probably finally getting around to building the Moff Gideon. How do you say that? Arctins set?
Arquidens.
Arquidens, yeah.
This is like a fun little Christmas land speeder.
I was like, after building 3 or 4 tiny little ships, I was like, this is all I could take. There's a reason why you're supposed to do these one day at a time.
Yeah.
And not 8 days in a row. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting, like, the new Matrix movie's coming out. Spider-Man will be out. I'm kind of glad we're out of town next weekend, though, because I don't want to have to worry about going to the theater for that, just because I think it's going to be crazy.
We'll see Spider-Man in the middle of the week, and that'll be fine.
Not just, like, going to the theater, but, like, just seeing everybody talking about it on social media. I'm glad we won't be doing it the opening weekend. But yeah, I want to see... I want to see Matrix in the theater. Maybe in our new special theater, the new one with really good sound that we saw Dune at.
Alright. Took me a second to figure out what was going on here, but I got it.
It's confusing, right?
They're tough. The way these are drawn.
Who do I contact and be like, these are too hard?
Nobody, you just accept it.
We liked Dune. I thought it was all right. It didn't blow my mind, but I'll be interested to see the second one.
Yeah, the second one has all the crazy stuff in it.
Right. Yeah, I was like, this one's cool and all, but it's just there so it can set up the second half.
Yeah.
So, why is Dune so high regarded? I think just because the story was one of the first big sci-fi stories to be told, but otherwise I don't know.
It was, a very influential sci-fi story that inspired Star Wars as well, among other things. Like, you can just see when you read it, like, oh yeah. I do think it's one of those where I'm like, okay, I've seen a lot of these tropes so many times now that I don't love it as much as I should, quote unquote, but I did like reading it.
Yeah. Apparently, Spider-Man is in full IMAX ratio during the whole film. So I think the new theater that we went to, it's not a full-size IMAX, but it's close.
I don't think it's even a Limax.
I think it is. It's way bigger than the normal theaters that we go to. Yeah.
Mm.
It just didn't look bigger at first because the whole room everything is big. But when I was going to try to get tickets for a different show, I saw that it was saying that it was a bigger screen. I don't know. We don't have tickets yet because I was like, what's the point? Why was everyone like staying up and obsessing over getting tickets? Are they just trying to all go to like the first showing?
Yeah, they're trying to go to midnight.
But they don't do midnight shows anymore.
Or 7 a.m. or p.m. or 7 p.m.
It's like a 7 p.m. show.
Yeah, I mean the same way we would do for a Star Wars movie.
I guess. I just I saw people were selling tickets for it on eBay afterwards, and I was like, what? We're doing that with movie theater tickets now? But yeah, we're gonna be out of town that weekend, so we're gonna wait till we get back and probably see it Monday.
Is this right? This doesn't seem right.
Dolby Cinema, that's the screen that we've been seeing stuff on. There's a lot of other movies that I want to see too. I was telling him that there's a new Netflix Christmas movie out that I want to watch that came out in the past week or two. Oh, and we watched a couple episodes of that War show. Mm-hmm. Because I saw Drew McQueenie, who is involved in the Showdown, but he's also a movie reviewer. He did an episode about Lawrence of Arabia, and so we watched. Did we watch all of those?
No, we still got a few of those left.
Okay. But I liked them. They're really interesting, and they're little video essay episodes. So they're 20-25 minutes long.
If that. Some of them are 15 minutes.
Yeah. But there was another one that was talking a lot about characters who aren't likable.
That was Drew's.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's right, because I haven't seen Lawrence of Arabia, so I was like, I don't know who he's talking about. But
yeah, and he talked about gangster movies and stuff.
Yeah. It made me want to give gangster movies another shot, because I've just been totally fine with never having seen most of them, most of the big ones.
I feel like I did this wrong.
Can we see more of what Alex is building?
Here.
Oh, we can move the tree. Well, right now he's working on the little minifig stuff. Or are you done with that?
I'm done with that.
Okay.
I'm having a rough time because I don't think I did this right, but I also don't know what I did wrong.
What is that piece?
It's I'm trying to put this. It's gonna fold up like the wings of the shuttle, but There's a bunch of gaps on it.
That's the face
that doesn't
of the.
look right.
That's the face of the shuttle.
Yeah.
I thought we were still building because like the first things we built for this were these little speeders.
Something about this isn't working right.
Apparently Dune is Lawrence of Arabia in space.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes.
Brian says, I made a mistake letting you take the Tim Tams. Does that mean you're out of them already? Because we're not. We shouldn't have taken all of those.
I'm fine with it.
We have a lot. But yeah, I will savor them for as long as I possibly can. They're so rich, like even just the regular ones, not even the double coated ones. Like I can't really eat more than 2 in one sitting. I mean, I can, but I shouldn't. Oh no, you have 2 left. Shocked that any survived the weekend. Yeah, we divvied them up as we were leaving, and I even managed to sneak a set in Brian's bed and had him convinced that he put them there. What are Tim Tams? They're the best little chocolate covered cookie that you will ever have in your entire life. I mean, they're not gourmet, but they're pretty freaking tasty. They're from Australia. They're kind of like Twix, but I mean, you can get them with caramel in them, but I think the original ones don't have caramel, but they have like a crunchy cookie and like some chocolate on the inside, and then they're chocolate covered. They're just the best. I feel like I get a cavity just thinking about eating one. And New Zealand, yeah. And like they sell them over here. Like you can find them in the international food section here, but they're not the same. And I feel like they're probably just like 1,000,000 years old. They've been sitting on the shelf for a long time. Oh, Hoey and PJ ate all the caramel ones. I figured those would be the first to go. Those and like the double coated ones. We did manage to eat a lot of Taco Bell. Theryl mentioned Taco Bell, and we were gifted a couple of Taco Bell gift cards while we were out there, which was amazing. But then I think we used all of them that night. Because like we planned on getting Taco Bell anyways after happy hour.
I'm doing something wrong here and I can't figure out what. Wait.
Are you following the instructions?
Uh-huh.
The rules?
Yep.
$110 of Taco Bell. How is that even possible? And we had like a bunch left over too. I think we had ordered just like an extra box of tacos. I should have had that for breakfast. Before Spectacular, just a breakfast of cold tacos. I can't... Yeah, Brian mentioned that they were mad about how much we ordered, but like, that has to happen every once in a while. Someone orders like a crap ton of Taco Bell.
I figured it out, everyone. Don't worry. That was so stressful.
Don't worry. Whoops. I'll be right back. I have to pee really bad.
I don't think you whispered that soft enough.
I have to pee really bad.
They cussed you out when you walked out the door? I wasn't there for any of that. It was a nice surprise when I got home, though. Oh, man. This has been a fun set, but I'm ready for it to be... I'm like, we debated just skipping ahead and starting the AT-AT tonight, but I will finish what I start, and then we'll save the AT-AT for 2022. Just like the Falcon, we'll start it in January, and we'll spend months and months building it. This set's just okay. But it does feel kind of like Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett adjacent a little bit, since they're at least clones that fly this shuttle. Too much Taco Bell talk? I don't think so. It is making me hungry, though. We're making some skillet thing tonight. Not Taco Bell, but it'll do. Richard, has there been any word on when Bad Batch Season 2 comes out? Not that I know of. I would expect it to come out in May? I mean, generally, they have them coming out, like, you know, a year after they premiered. So, May is my best guess, but that also feels like if that's true, it would throw a wrench in everything, schedule-wise. Because we just don't know when Kenobi is coming out. That's the next big one. I mean, Book of Boba Fett will end February 9th, I think. And maybe they would wait 3 months to get to like May 4th and have Kenobi start there. But then, yeah, when does Bad Batch come out? And I'm wondering if Bad Batch is going to, you know, do the whole... Maybe it'll still come out on Friday. Maybe it's not going to make the move to Wednesday and we'll get 2 Star Wars series going on at the same time. Which would be a lot, but they might do that. But I'm with you. I'm trying to figure out when this schedule is going to happen. It seems like there's too much. And really, the Bad Batch is the only thing that I'm like, where does this go? Especially if it's going to be 16 episodes again, which it might not be. But I'm just, for now, going to assume that everything is the same. How does this work? Okay.
Back.
Huzzah!
Hilo's being really cute. I'm gonna have to give him pets. What are we talking about?
Someone asked when the Bad Batch was going to come out, Season 2, and I said, I have no idea. And I wish I did. Probably finish up this bag and then make some dinner.
Yes. We're gonna make some dinner. We're gonna watch the new Hawkeye. Which, I'm excited for. I've been enjoying Hawkeye mostly because of what's her name? Haley
Steinfeld.
Steinfeld. I really like her, and I like her on-screen chemistry with Clint a lot. And I like that Clint is just like the everyday man who happens to be an Avenger. He's just like real rough around the edges, and I feel like he's got the most like street smarts out of any of the other Avengers.
I have been enjoying it as well.
And there's a cute one-eyed dog in it.
It does make me want to read the comics, which I've heard for years and years are some of the best Marvel comics out there. Is this right?
Where's the Hawkeye? Explain it to me. I think we might still do one, but we might wait till it's over.
Yeah.
Because there's just really not a whole lot for us to talk about for each episode, but we might cover the whole story once it's done. Because, yeah, we fell off doing Explain It to Me pretty hard.
Part of it's just being lazy.
We didn't do Dune. We didn't talk about the new Spider-Man trailers. We probably will do one for Spider-Man once we see it, but it'll be the week after sometime.
This wing feels awfully flimsy.
It's that cheaply made Republic era stuff. It's garbage. Oh wow, yeah, that is flimsy.
I'm hoping that I wind up attaching something else to it.
Alex, do you think the Tugtar that Akbar speaks with an Aftermath life debt is the same as the one in Squadrons? What is that? Is that a language?
No, it's a creature. That makes sense. I didn't make that connection, but...
Oh, speaks with. I just read speaks.
That's a good catch if it is. I didn't catch that there was a similar creatures, so yeah, why not? If they maybe just named one after him.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people talk about the Hawkeye comics and how good they are. Which is why we need to do and explain it to me about it, because I don't know much about the comics. Jake, this is a Christmas beer. It's literally called Christmas Ale. This is my favorite Christmas beer that I can usually only find 1 or 2 6-packs of, and then it's gone. But it's from Breckenridge Brewery. And it's strong for an ale. It's like 7% or something like that. Alex has a Christmas beer too. Let me see your can. Because this one has cute artwork on it. It's called All of the Otter Reindeer. Ugh. Hide your face. There we go. I think Pontoon Brewing is in Georgia. Or it's at least near Georgia. Yeah, Sandy Springs.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's real close.
one of the few Georgia breweries that we have yet to visit, I think. I've been to most of them. That's another thing that I would like to do. If we ever go to LA and like have some extra free time, I want to go to some of the breweries out there.
Yeah.
Oh, what does it taste like? I mean, this tastes just kind of like a...
Christmas?
It tastes like Christmas. This one tastes kind of like an amber ale. It's not like super flavored. But this one had like cinnamon and clove in it. This one had a much stronger taste to it. Winter ale? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the difference between ales.
Alright, I think...
Yeah, it tastes like a pine tree. Yum. How you doing?
I did something wrong.
You
How?
keep saying that.
How?
I don't understand how. You've got the instructions.
Oh, I see. These instructions are not the clearest. But I see.
What's up, Caleb Diaz? Why is so it seems as if President Joseph R. Biden is in our chat.
Oh yeah? What's up, Joe?
He's just coming in and out proclaiming things that he's doing as president. Gotta go. I need to launch missiles at Russia. Okay. Have
Right,
fun.
Joe.
Almost a 2-hour stream. You're spoiling us. Well, we hadn't done this in a while, so. We start to get a little loopy towards the end of these, though. It's like we get really hungry, and like I've had almost a whole beer.
All right. One wing down.
I was saying earlier before we started that we should just finish this one off camera and start the AT-AT, but
I mentioned that.
we'll start we'll start that one in the new year.
I mentioned that while you were pooping.
I wasn't pooping.
It's like you didn't have anything to say about that. Wait a minute.
I was reading chat and I was like, wait, what? Jake wants to know, do Jedi or Padawans get in trouble for losing a lightsaber, aka Anakin, every other day? I assume they do get into a little trouble because when Anakin messes his up in episode 2, he's like, oh, Obi-Wan's gonna kill me.
I mean, that's Obi-Wan gave him a talking to at the beginning of episode 2. So I think that's probably all it is. Like, just don't lose your lightsaber.
A stern talking to from Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That's just, it's more like boring than anything else.
You don't want Obi-Wan to be disappointed in you.
But like, would they have to go all the way back to Ilum and get a new crystal and like all that other stuff?
Potentially, yeah.
I guess that would be more of a punishment, is to have to go through and do all that again.
Yeah, it's pretty inconvenient, I'd say.
Maybe Anakin, well, the first time he went, maybe he just picked up a couple because he was like, I'm gonna lose this for sure. Or break it. I was eating dinner at the beginning of the stream. Did you talk about the Lego AT-AT story in the news today? Was that about it not being able to be taken apart?
I assume so.
Someone, one of our friends who doesn't really build Lego, sent me the article yesterday about it, and I was like really confused because I was like, who's taking apart these huge sets after, like, right after they build them? But then I'm like, I guess you should be able to if you want to, but we're not going to take it apart. What are we building? We're working on the Havoc Marauder, which is the ship from Bad Batch.
I just found all of the pieces, the extra pieces that I missed. Now it's done.
It's not done. This bag is
done.
done.
This bag is done.
Yeah.
That was tough. There were a lot of problems in there that I had.
So we've got this. It looks a lot bigger on the box than this, but yeah, that's what we got so far.
Finish it next week.
Yeah. We got that, and we got a bunch of little tiny ships from the Advent calendar.
It's a lot going on.
And I guess that's all extra pieces from the other stuff. Well, I think that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. It's almost 8. We got to get dinner. And, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go get dinner.
Let's go do it. What are we making tonight?
I already told them. I already did our plug.
Oh, it's not a plug.
I know.
I mean, Home Chef, if you want to sponsor us, please do, because we talk about you every week if we're doing one of these streams. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We might have been a little rusty on this one, getting back into it, but I think we're excited to be back, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.